wins over those last 7 games.
He was good. He was just over 100, 103 yards.
Yeah, led the league, right?
Okay.
That led the league, right? That wasn't third. That was leading the league in rushing.
This is in an era in which most teams don't really feature one runner.
So that should let you know, Skip Bayless, in a league that's pass happy, that they've catered everything to throwing the football. Ezekiel Elliott in a passing league over the last 6 or 7 games had over 600 yards running the football. Why is that, Skip?
Well, it's because the quarterback was completing a lot of passes that opened up the run game, too.
Oh, really? That's what it was?
And obviously, over the first half of the season, Dak Prescott had nobody who could consistently separate at the wide receiver position. Am I right about that?
Yes, I'll give you that.
So that's why the numbers start to skyrocket as he finally has one capable wide receiver who can actually challenge double teams and make the defensive coordinator say, I've got to account for number 19.
It also helps that you have that number 19 that can help lift that safety, that 8th guy down in the box to get him up out of there.
Made it easier for Zeke to go for 103 a game.
Because guess what they say in Skip Bayless? We are not going to let Zeke Elliott run the football. We don't care who you have at quarterback. Because we don't feel he can beat us throwing the football. But we know if we let that 2-1 start eating and getting up and pointing first down, it's going to be a long day for us. So
once again, you have uttered that phrase, the quarterback who can't throw the football.
I didn't say
in the 10 wins, 17 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. That's throwing the football pretty well to me. And I enlightened you on Monday with 2 little numbers I'm going to throw back at you again.
What?
Over Dak's first 3 years in the league, his completion percentage is the highest for anybody in their first 3 years in the league in the history of pro football. And that's the guy who is, quote unquote, not accurate. That's the guy who cannot throw, right?
I never said he couldn't throw.
Okay. Well, you said he's not accurate. So how can you lead the world in completion percentage over your first 3 years?
I'm the only one that said that?
Well, no, I'm saying. Okay, I'm asking anybody. I didn't ask you. I'm asking the world.
Okay, what you want me to ask?
Because he led the world in completion percentage. He's 66.1%. No quarterback in the history of the league in his first 3 years in the league has had a higher completion percentage than that. How can you do that and not be somewhat accurate?
Or if you don't mind me asking,
right?
He led in completion percentage. But what about win percentage and touchdown percentage? Did he lead in that?
Well, he's pretty high in win.
No, I don't know high.
13-3, 9-7, 10-6. That's pretty great. Won the division twice out of 3 years.
If you don't mind me asking, what was Russell Wilson?
I don't know.
I
didn't know we were comparing that.
Yeah, but you keep saying.
Well, I just said that philosophically, you never dock Russell Wilson for having the #1 rushing attack. You just boost it. You say he's the greatest.
But Skip, when you have the #1 running attack and you throw for 20 touchdowns, what is he doing that's special? Russell, you told me Russell Wilson has the #1 running attack, but he's throwing for 35 yards.
Touchdowns.
We're going to get to a quarterback later, Jenny, who had the #5 rushing offense, who didn't reach his incentives. But we're not talking about that right now, but we're talking about that a little later. Yeah, you going to really.
So now I'm going to talk about the other little nugget that I threw at you on Monday, and that is that I don't know how this happened, but Dak Prescott over the last 3 years has the most game-winning drives in the fourth quarter and overtime in all of pro football. All of pro football. This quarterback who can't throw and is not accurate has that many game-winning drives. He has the most.
He has the most, but let me ask you a question.
How is that possible?
Over the last 3 years, does he have the most wins?
Well, I just told you, I don't know. I haven't added them up versus the rest of them. He probably didn't have as many as Tom Brady. Brady's the greatest winner in the history of pro football. Well, is he not?
You know what?
And you know what? Tom Brady didn't have nearly as much to work with as even Dak Prescott had to work with this year. And somehow he should have been the 1 seed. So there we go.
Don't do that, Skip.
Well, I just did it.
No, you should do it. We're not going to start off 2019. Like I said, we're going to get to him a little later. And you're not going to like what I have to say. But back to Dak Prescott, Skip. Every time I turn around, you try to heighten Dak importance while minimizing Ezekiel Elliott.
I'm not heightening. I'm just showing you he's the most underrated quarterback in pro football because so many people dug in deciding he just can't play. He's a 4th-round draft choice, and that's what he should have been, a 4th-round draft choice. No. That's all I ever hear. And all he keeps doing is proving you wronger and wronger and wronger. As time goes on, he looks better and better and better.
This is what I don't understand. Now, you made the case for the last year that it was the 6-game suspension and the threat of the suspension that was hanging over the Cowboys' head.
What hurt him?
Why did it hurt him if Dak is your quarterback, if he's that guy? That should be.
That would hurt any team.
Why? No, it wouldn't.
Because from week to week, the running back was having to be in court all over the country.
What they got to do with
having to be in court in Dallas and in court in New York. And after a while, it just wears out the whole football team.
That should have wore on.
Is he or is he not?
That should have wore on Zeke. Dak wasn't in court in Texas, in New York. How did that affect Dak if he's that guy?
Okay, so last year, Dak Prescott had the 4th best QBR in all of pro football. That's pretty great. He had 3rd best when he was the rookie.
Yes.
And that was only because he didn't play the last game. He played a series or two.
Yes.
And it crippled his QBR in the last game and knocked him down to 3rd because he led the whole year as a rookie. That's hard to do. He had the greatest rookie season any rookie quarterback has ever had, including RG3 that rookie year in Washington. I've never seen a better one than that. And he plummeted all the way from 3rd to 4th in QBR last year, and they went 9-7 and finished 1 game out of the playoffs.
Okay, they were out of the playoffs. Okay? So I don't know if it's 1 game, 2 games.
Well, I'm just saying, and they lost Zeke for 6 games, and I'm not discounting.
That shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter.
Well,
losing Zeke for 6 games doesn't matter.
You have to have a semblance of a running game. Russell Wilson certainly has a semblance. He's got the best one.
What about last year when Russell was running for his life and had nothing and still led the NFL in touchdown passes?
All right, he's really good. And I'm not discounting him.
Yes,
I'm just
you
saying
are.
You never, ever mention the fact that he's got the #1 rushing.
That's all everybody did when he had beast mode. They never gave him the credit. Everybody talk about anybody can do that when you got beast mode. And so now he didn't have beast mode. Now they're in rebuild, and he still got this team to the playoffs.
So you're singing the praises of Russell Wilson, but on that fateful day, on that fateful play at the end of that Super Bowl after the 2014 season, you said the ball has to go to beast mode.
It should have.
Right?
Yes.
Well, Russell Wilson is the magic man. I think you can make a case he should have thrown the ball.
No, he should not. First of all, they should have, listen, Russell did. Russell was a good soldier. He did. He ran the play that was called. That's not, look, it happened. They've moved on. They never recover from that. But when was the last time, if I'm not mistaken, Dallas hadn't been in rebuilding since when, Skip? Okay, Russell Wilson's in a rebuild. Did anybody expect them to be here?
Nope, I'll give you that.
Okay, then. And why are they here? If they didn't have Russell Wilson.
Sure, he was really good. He also had the #1 rushing attack. Did anybody see that coming?
Skip,
I didn't.
It wasn't like they were, look at that offensive line. Let me ask you a question. You think, would the Cowboys be better or worse if Russell Wilson was their quarterback instead of Dak? And would Seattle be better or worse if Dak was their quarterback?
Right now, Dallas?
Right now!
I would say Dallas would be a little better with Dak than Russell Wilson.
Skip, you out your mind.
He's a better fit. No?
Skip, you out your mind.
Listen, you're not getting the intangibles. He is the leader of this team.
What do you think Russell Wilson is?
I don't know, because that locker room got really split. I think if we could put lie detectors right now on Richard Sherman or any of those Legion of Boomers, they'd say, hey, the leader of that team was not Russell Wilson because we didn't like Russell Wilson. Have you ever heard anybody say they didn't like Dak Prescott? This team loves Dak Prescott. It is not split over offense versus defense.
And
the defense loves Dak Prescott. That defense hated Russell Wilson and hated that Pete Carroll loved Russell Wilson to a fault.
So let that sink in. When you got half the guys that's pulling against Russell, he's still able to lead the league in touchdown passes, even when everybody, even on his own team, is not standing in his corner. And for you to sit across from me and to say the Cowboys would be in better shape if Dak instead of Russell was their quarterback, Skip, is just laughable.
No, it's not laughable. I just explained to you.
So in other words, you're saying
Seattle doesn't love that quarterback.
No. They got the guys out of that locker room that didn't love that quarterback.
I'm not sure about the defenders who are left there. Bobby Wagner.
You don't think Bobby loves him?
Sure.
Skip. I believe they love him. And guess what they did? Not only are they remaking the team, they're remaking the team in Russell Wilson's image.
That's what happens. That's what's about to happen in Pittsburgh. And it's
we were not talking about Pittsburgh. We're talking about. So in other words,
I'll take my quarterback. I'll take him. And I'll take him Saturday night.
I'm just trying to. Just for my clarification.
He is the alpha in this locker room. He is the leader. He is the reason they are here. No, I give you that. But if you switch him, I'll just on intangibles. I'm going to take my guy. My guy is loved more by my team than he's loved by his team.
No, I'm kidding about that. Let me ask you. So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you saying that Dak Prescott has better intangibles than Russell Wilson?
I'm saying that.
What intangibles?
I can back that up.
What?
Leadership.
Huh?
Leadership.
Skip.
Or playmaking. I just gave you the numbers over the last 8 games. Dak Prescott has played at a higher level than Russell Wilson over the last 8 games. Russell Wilson had a 72-yard passing game. Well, what do you do with that? Help me out. What do you do with it?
Did they win?
No, seriously, they won.
Okay, it is. That's what I do with it.
Because they lead the league in rushing.
He came to my restaurant. Skip, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
All I know is this. I don't know what type of leader Russell Wilson is. Oh, but that's a rhetorical question. I do know what type of leader he is. All I know is in his second year, he went to the Super Bowl. And in his third year, he went back to the Super Bowl. Okay. So I don't know if you can be a bad leader and do that.
And in those years, he had the best defense in pro football.
Whoa.
Right? One of the best defenses in the history of pro football. Am I right?
In his first 3 years, he had beast mode. He had a top 3, top 4 rushing attack all those years.
So
and
he never got top 4, and he had number 1 in defense. Well, it seems like maybe the quarterback went along for a great ride.
Thank
you for that.
Hey, kind of like right now. Kind of like your quarterback going along for a great ride.
I just gave you the numbers. The last 8 games, I'm not sure anybody's been better the last 8 games.
Your defense top 4.
You know, you keep overlooking this, and it's going to
I ain't overlooking. I'm
cost you. It's going to cost you way more due.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, Russell. Yeah. I can't even believe that you would say that. That you fixed your mouth to say that Dak Prescott's a better quarterback than Russell.
I just backed it up.
No, you didn't.
You couldn't back up
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Nobody, because Skip, nobody outside of you and Jerry Jones think Dak Prescott is a better quarterback than Russell Wilson.
I just said he's a better fit for the team. They love this guy.
Skip, what can he do?
He goes as he goes.
Skip, if you don't mind me asking.
They won 7 of 8 games. Did Russell Wilson just win 7 of 8 games? They barely beat Arizona last Sunday. They barely beat him.
Skip.
They were behind, and he pulled it out.
Oh!
Yeah.
A game-winning drive, huh?
Well,
I'm glad you said it.
Who has the most?
Oh, game-winning drive.
Who has the most?
Oh, game-winning.
The most over the last 3 years belongs to Dak Prescott.
You know why they got
You just keep overlooking this because you dug in and you look wronger and wronger.
You know why
You're looking wrong.
You know why he had so many game-winning drives?
I'm sorry.
Because he put him in that situation. They shouldn't be behind to begin with.
We're going to break down Dak, other quarterbacks later in the show, but